In this presentation, we will take a look at multiple choice questions related to flexible budgets and standard costs, going through the questions and then practicing test-taking skills with them. First question. Difference between actual price per unit and the standard price per unit is either A, price variance, B, quantity variance, C, volume variance, D, controllable variance, or E, fixed variance. Let's go through this again using the process of elimination. Difference between actual price per unit and the standard price per unit is either A, price variance. Now, variance is going to be another word for difference, so and we're talking about the actual price versus the standard price, and so that seems reasonable, the price variance. B says the quantity variance, and we're not talking about quantity, we're talking about the price here, so it doesn't seem like quantity would be applicable. C says volume variance, and volume, it seems like it kind of deals with quantity. It doesn't seem applicable. I'm not going to say that one. D says controllable variance, and maybe, that might seem like a reasonable term here, so I'll keep that for now. And E says fixed variance, and the actual price, standard, that doesn't sound fixed. That doesn't seem right. So I'm going to keep A and D, go through it again. Difference between actual price per unit and the standard price per unit is the price variance and the controllable variance. And of those two, A sounds the most proper. It almost sounds too good. It almost sounds like it fits too well. But that's going to be the answer. Final answer is A. The difference between actual price per unit and the standard price per unit is A, price variance. Let's take a look at the next question. Difference between the actual quantity used and the standard quantity used is either A, cost variance, B, budget variance, C, budget versus actual variance, D, quantity variance, or E, the price variance. Go through this again using the process of elimination. Difference between actual quantity used and the standard quantity used is either A, the cost variance. So we're talking about the quantity now, so it doesn't seem like it's going to be the cost because we're talking about units. B says the budget variance, and that sounds like, okay, could be budget versus actual. C says the budget versus the actual variance. And again, I guess that sounds kind of reasonable. D says the quantity variance, and we are talking about the quantity here, so that seems reasonable. And E says the price variance. And that we're not talking about price, so it doesn't seem like E would be an answer. So we're looking at B, C, and D. Let's go through it again. Difference between actual quantity used and the standard quantity used is either B, budget variance, C, budget versus actual variance, or D, quantity variance. Now, of these three, B and C sound very similar. Because a budget variance you would think would be the budget versus actual variance. I don't know, it sounds pretty close. And D sounds almost too good to be right. It sounds too close. I mean, it's a quantity variance. So, but it is D. So D is going to be the final answer. And we're going to eliminate these two. So final answer, difference between the actual quantity used and the standard quantity used is D, quantity variance.